Hello everybody, welcome to Philbert Flies. Today we're flying the CJ4 back from Queenstown in New Zealand well, not back, we're flying from, sorry I've set the time wrong, set the time completely wrong, want to go at 7:30. Yeah, we're flying from Queenstown to Nelson to have another look at the fantastic sceneries by iniBuilds here in Queenstown, and by Nelson, and by NZA Simulations up in Nelson. And yeah, lovely to have you all here. Jenny, Team Flatterer, hello, hello. Orator Zurich Edelweiss A320, please. I will put it on my maybe list, Team Flatterer. It'll go on there. Club Filbert Gold members get to pick the streams, but that sounds like a perfectly nice route to me. So consider it on the list to be voted on in due course. Tong J Player, hello, hello, welcome. I'm very well, thank you. In terms of likes, yeah, likes are fantastic. Apparently, they help people find it. It'll pop up in more recommenders. I don't know exactly how it works. I just know they're a good thing. Martin Music, hello. Nampelan, Treedwe Wen, who is flying along. It's Vetsku Gaming. Yeah, SU6 did break the working title CJ4, but as someone correctly said, they updated it, as Satira said. Talking of which, hello Satira. And Zap and Dingo Flight Sim 1, 2, 3. Yes, I am on VATSIM today. Pete's flying into Honolulu, which I'm actually slightly jealous of. I've not flown to Honolulu in this sim. I bet it's lovely. You got your yeah, you got your cat bag. I don't know what's happened to the emotes. Those of you with better TTV, I think, are now having only better TTV emotes and none of the YouTube ones. Odd. Don't know what that's about. But yes, I think I've said hello to everyone. No, I haven't. Teriyaki's here as well. Nice to see you. And Blind is here. And Jing Su Lee, you're here. Welcome. And Zach. Is that everyone? Dingo, did I say you? I think so. How to play free version. There is no free version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, unfortunately. Simon C, hello. Watching me from a train that is stuck in all the Central European storm chaos. Oh, God, that sounds grim. But welcome, and I'm glad I've got the opportunity to perhaps take the edge of off the stress of being stuck on a train. Simon, hello. Just about made it. Don't know how long you'll be able to stay, but hopefully for the whole flight. I hope so, Simon. I hope so. Nice to see you, as always. And someone has just followed on Twitch, Tabez92, in the unlikely event that you're watching on YouTube. Thank you for the Twitch follow, sir. Shall we get on board? I don't think there is anyone else coming, as far as I know. Treedwen, I think it's just you and me. This is Treedwen over here in the CJ4. Satira, if you have... Oh, that's true. If you have Game Pass, you can play the standard version. That is a good point. Melon, good morning. No, not good morning. No, quite the opposite. Good evening. Good late evening to you. Right. Let's get on board. Let's start setting up. So we're going to turn the battery switch to on. Standby flight display to on. Avionics to dispatch. Arm the emergency lights. We are now going to turn on the nav light. We're going to go to pos init. And we're going to copy our position here. There. Now we're going to import our flight plan from SimBrief. Route menu, flight plan recall SimBrief, let that load in. And because there's nobody about, I'm probably going to start an engine quite early. When I say nobody about, I mean there's no ATC online. Just going to check this waypoint. I am not familiar, unsurprisingly, with Southern Hemisphere coordinates. It's probably the top one, but we don't know for sure. So I'm going to have a little look at my flight plan. Connor, eh? Yeah, it's definitely going to be the top one, South 41. Execute. And we're going to, as I say, start the right engine after we fuel up. I've had all morning to get ready for this flight, but I'm not prepared. I don't know why. Don't know why. I've been messing around on Discord and doing various other bits. So we'll just do that now quickly. Block fuel, 1150. Here we are. And our takeoff weight today should be 622 kilograms. Tons. Oh, there we are. It's almost bang on. Now I have to get it back on. There we are. 622 kilograms takeoff weight. Done. So let us go through the before start checklist before we carry on setting up the aircraft. You see my nav lights. Ah, good news. Good news. Good news. Battery switches on, emergency lights armed, standby flight. Jenny! Jenny, thank you ever so much. That's very kind of you. £3.62 donation.
I guess I have to pay for my champagne and caviar.
I tell you what, Jenny, you'll be lucky if you get half a glass of Prosecco for that. Not being rude, it's just the way of the world, you know. If you're nervous, have a handy guide with the words "Don't Panic" written prominently on the front. Thank you, Willie. I'm not nervous, but it's lovely to see you here. Welcome. You're just starting your descent right now into London Heathrow. Nice. Nelson and Queenstown are in the South Island. Yes, they are both in the South Island, I believe. Yes, they are. So we're sort of most of the way south on the South Island. Nelson is right at the northeastern end of it. But yes, same island for both of them. When you get closer to me, they disappear because that light source is bad. Ah, interesting. I wonder if that's what happened the other night. Lance, hello. You found my CJ4 tutorial very useful. Good. I've had many hours enjoying The Sims since. Oh, I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased. And thank you. Yes, I am having a good day. I'm on nights tonight, so that's a bit of a pain. Which is why I'm glad I'm on YouTube without the camera on, because it's meant I could laze around in my pyjamas all morning, do this stream, have a shower, get ready for work, and go. Right. What were we doing? Oh, yes. Parking brake is set. Wheel chocks we don't have. Cabin door is closed. Passenger briefing we haven't done yet. We're only starting one engine. It's not a problem. We're not moving yet. So let's get on with it. We'll start the left engine first this time. You're supposed to alternate from flight to flight, and I'm pretty sure we did the right one last time. You had a question about VATSIM. If an important ATC type is not online, e.g. tower, then do you go to a Unicom frequency or what? So VATSIM uses top-down control. So if there wasn't a tower online and you needed the tower services, then you would look for an approach controller. If there's no approach controller online, then you would look for a center controller. So basically it works by the highest level controlling all of the levels below it. If there was nobody at all online, then yes, you go to Unicom. Glad to see me fly the CJ4. Watched my tutorial the other day. Great. Oh, thank you. Watching me live flying will be a great addition to. Yes, but don't take what I do live as gospel, because, you know, I get things wrong. Sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. Right, so we've got an engine started, so we don't have to worry about power anymore. Teriyaki! Thank you. Thank you very, very much for signing up. Welcome. Welcome to Club Filbert. It's lovely to have you in the club. Now, if you are on Discord, which I think you are, but just make sure you have linked your Discord account with your YouTube account in user settings, connections, and then you'll have access to the exclusive Club Filbert members only channels on there. Hope I get less turbulence than you did when you did this flight. It was horrible. Oh, really? Was it? Yeah, I hope so, especially with this departure, which is all visual. Becky Davis 2.0. Welcome. I'm very well, thank you. How are you? How are you? Only exceptions to the top-down rule are the Eurocontrol stations. Very good point, Simon. Yes. Willie. I don't know. We were having this discussion. Becky, tell us a little about yourself, because there are some people here who think you're a bot. And I don't think you are, but I'd love to know. I'd love to know more about you. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Those were the trumpets you were talking about the other day. And do I not have them in? I'm sure that's the tune that plays when someone subscribes on Twitch, isn't it? If it's not, it's meant to be, and I will change it over. Doing fantastic. Good, good. Yeah, my day's been good, and looking forward to this flight in the city. I'm pleased. I'm starting to question whether you are, in fact, the real Becky Davis, if I'm honest, or an imposter. I'm not sure. Why Becky Davis 2.0? I'm curious. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. I think there's a way of looking at who you are on YouTube, but I can't find it right now, so we'll have a look at another time. Right. So now we've got engine 2 online. We can switch our avionics to on. So we get our nice little PFD up there. We'll go to Mem 1 and... Oh, Manuel, bless you. Thank you very much indeed for the €1.49 donation. That's very kind of you. We're going to go to departure and arrival now, and we're going to choose our departure runway, which is going to be 5. And this is quite exciting because I haven't departed from runway 5 before, and this is the visual departure I was talking about earlier. And we're going to be following the EPDEX 3 Papa. And I'll be interested to see how that draws it on the thingamajig. And transition-wise, I think we want Timjo. Yes, we do, Timjo. So that's our departure sorted out. The flight time is just under an hour, Evan Aviation. Just under an hour. And then my plan is, depending on what time we arrive, which should be in just under an hour, as I've just said, we might do a little bit of VFR flying around Nelson, maybe head over to Motueka, see what's going on up there. So yeah, a bit of a two-parter potentially. So for this SID, we want to, I'll tell you the instructions. Follow the Kawarau River / Gibston Valley. We're then going to turn left to intercept track 346 to Gixel. So that is not what is drawn here. We're going to ignore the first part of this flight plan. We're going to follow the valley, and then we're going to head 346 to Gixel. Not entirely sure how I would get that drawn on the ND, but we shall see. Perhaps, but you will forever envisage her as Howard Wolowitz' one-armed robot from the Big Bang Theory. We might never know. We might never know. Now, if I hadn't already seen Simon S in here, I would swear to God that Becky Davis 2.0 was him. Anyway, we'll never know. We'll never know. I want the original. I want to see the original Becky Davis because I wanted to have a conversation with her here. But it was not to be. Right, Perfinit. We're cruising at flight level 450 today. That is correct. VNAV setup. This is all correct. We are, except for the transition altitude, which is instead of 7,000, it's 13,000 feet here. You know what I haven't done? This is very naughty. I didn't turn on my beacon light, just started the engine. Could have ingested all sorts of ground stuff for doing that. Very naughty indeed. Takeoff ref page. The METAR tells us that the wind is 030 at 2 knots. Outside air temperature is 7. You should do a flight to Paro. I've done a flight to Paro, Satira. Never, ever again. Just going to sit back and sip your cheap champagne. Enjoy. Enjoy. You have no helicopter. That's all right. You can fly. Sassy fly whatever you like. Treat you in. Becky 2.0. I believe that Becky Davis 2.0 is definitely not a bot. It is a good flight. Back. Zap, welcome back. Worrying moment when the TV stopped producing useful audio. Oh, God. Becky Davis cannot be me, can she? I'm not entirely convinced, Simon. Who knows how many YouTube accounts you've got? How are those pronunciations, Nampalan? They are nailed, as you may remember from yesterday. Nailed and forgotten about. I've completed my Indonesian language training. Finished it. Forgotten all about it. Do I prefer the 747 or the A380? To ride in as a passenger, the A380. To fly and to look at the 747. No, that sort of thing doesn't happen. You know, it's all very laid back by comparison to that. CJ4 easy to fly? Can be. Other than the rudder control, that's my view. Airport authorities will be in touch shortly. It's a shame we might not, but we might. She might come back. She might come back, Simon. I won't finish that sentence for fear of the repercussions. She might come back. You'd considered reinventing yourself as Willybot, but then consider the dangerous interpretations. I tell you what, Willie, you and what's his name? I've forgotten his name. Rohib. You and Rohib would get on like a house on fire. You need to come and watch my Twitch streams. He turns up there more often than he does here. Pyro can never be spoken of again. No, exactly. Ground crew becoming ground meat. Oh, that's a little too graphic, but yeah. Right, takeoff ref. We have our figures here. Anti-ice we don't need, do we? Because it's nice and clear. There's no moisture to speak of. All good there. Oh, I can see your beacon light, Trijuan. That's good. So we'll send those figures over to the thingamajig. We'll turn the climate control select. No, we'll leave that off for now. And I think what we'll do is perhaps start our other engine, because I think we're pretty much ready to go. So, starting engine 2, or starting the right engine, I should say. Here we go. Let's have a nice look outside while it starts and a little listen to it. What's my opinion on Sim Update 6? Hang on, stand by. Let's Scoot Gaming! You've had the extra time to play around with PayPal. Thank you. Thank you very, very much indeed. £2.53. Very kind of you. Yeah, Sim Update 6. Best update so far as I'm concerned, because it hasn't really broken anything. For me at least. I know it's broken a few mods here and there, but the actual core sim is working. No performance degradation, nothing. You recently saw the maybe or maybe not about in 320 Sim Pilot's live stream chat, so I'm not... No, this is it. She pops up in every single YouTube flight sim streamer I've ever watched. And I thought she just used set phrases. She seemed to say exactly the same every single time. But I was watching one of the Tolis A340 previews, and she had an actual conversation, and I thought, oh God, I've been calling her a bot, and she's not. Which is why I was hoping she'd come back here so I could have a conversation with her. And apologise for my earlier doubts. Right, so climate control selector can go to on now. We've got the engine started. IFTs and are absolutely fine. ICA's fine. Started the engine. External power we didn't use. Electrical system checked and looking absolutely beautiful. We'll turn the passenger lights, safety button on and the seatbelt button on, and we'll give them their departure briefing. Same lot who we brought down from Rotorua the other day, so they only need the short briefing. Wait for this seatbelt announcement to finish. There it is. We'll set our flaps. I tell you what, I'm feeling very casual at the moment. I'm sort of glancing at my checklist, but feeling like I know exactly what I'm doing today because I've flown the CJ4 a lot lately, and that is sure to mean something's going to go horribly wrong later on. I'm convinced of it. We'll set our altimeters to the local pressure, which the sim thinks is 1032, and that matches the meta, which is nice. That was supposed to be one of the things Sim Update fixed. Geeby! Thank you very much for the $5 Canadian in the super chat. Very, very kind of you. Apparently the mountains should be much sharper now after Sim Update 6. Well, I've remembered to activate my Orbx, what do you call it? Terrain mesh. Orbx Mesh New Zealand this time, which I hadn't before. There it is, delayed alert. Glad it's here. Oh, no
it's
text.
Always a good work day with Filbert on in the background. Hashtag only Filbert.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know. It's a pretty impressive aircraft, isn't it? If only I had an X-plane installation to use it with. But I don't. Anyway, yes, you will notice, those eagle-eyed amongst you, that the mountains are indeed sharper. I think this is probably more likely because I remembered to activate the mesh than because of the sim update. But it's good to know. It's good to know. So have they updated all the world's terrain to make it sharper, Simon, or just around here? Game must have its bad moments when Philbert says update seems to be the best one yet, as it hasn't broken anything. That's true. You feel the visuals are better? Possibly. A lot of bug fixes and stability. A 12-hour flight, not one stutter. That's fantastic. I did have stutters yesterday into Sydney, but that could just be the area. You'll repeat your first ever comments in this Philbert channel 7 months ago. Next video, Jakarta to Singapore. No. I mean, you can say it as much as you like. Doesn't make it true, Nemplan. Take a look at the heat blur. It's a bit wobbly like jelly. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I can't see any heat blur at all. Give it some welly. Oh yeah, I can't do it from this view. Yeah, I've got no heat blur. No heat blur at all. Don't know what that's about. I've just seen before after videos, they look much sharper. Oh, okay, cool. And that confirms it. Thank you, Becky Simon Bot.
Maybe one day the real one will return. Now on to the flying.
Did working title CJ4 112.8 do anything else than fix it for the update? Yes, it changed the altitude display. So you have a block here rather than a 0. I think that's what I read anyway. So that's correct. Right, we've done this. We've sent these. Flaps we have set. Takeoff data confirmed set. Avionics check set. Autopilot, we'll cycle that now.
Autopilot.
And we'll set our pitch trim. A little bit more nose down, so it's in the middle of the green here. Altimeter we've set. Oh my god! Hey, Adarak, thank you! That's so kind, that's so generous.
Your tutorial on the CJ4 was so much useful that I feel the need to properly thank you. So here a little something.
Bless you, you didn't have to do that. But I'm very glad you found it useful, and I'm very appreciative. Thanks very much. Getting a nice collection of good MSFS airliners soon, so you don't really complain anymore. No, exactly. In the CRJ and the bigger ones, it's visible. Oh, okay, I'll check it out next time I'm in a bigger plane. But I thought I did used to have it on the CJ4, but maybe not. Aft divided doors, probably absolutely fine. Probably latched open as they're supposed to be. Let's tune in Unicom. Into COM 1. We'll turn on our taxi light and we'll start thinking about Willie. Thank you very much. See
I have nothing intelligent to add.
Who needs Twitch with all its bits and its bells and whistles when here we can just deal in cold hard cash and be very happy while we're doing it. Thank you very much indeed, all of you. Those wheel steering's all right, innit? Flight controls, we'll give them a little wiggle. Can't see anything, no indication. Feel fine to me though. So we're going to taxi to runway 5, which means I should get some charts up. Oh, have I set my initial climb altitude? We want to be no higher than flight level 150 at Gixel. So yeah, I've got that set, I think. Have I? No, that's the VNAV page. Sorry, the target altitude for the VNAV. So there we are, we'll set it properly, 150. Airport info. Okay. Queenstown traffic. Golf Foxtrot Lima Bravo Tango taxiing to holding point Alpha 3 for runway 05 via Apron Taxiway and Alpha 3. Let's get underway, I think. I don't think there's anything else to do, is there?
Queenstown traffic, Yankee Lima Kilo, pushing back from Stand Romeo 6, facing north after aircraft on our left passes.
Nice, Treedwee, very nice. Yeah. I think you're better at VATSIM comms than you give yourself credit for. You don't need text. Wonder if we can start another donation bonanza. I tell you what, after yesterday's stream, I think everyone's already broke. Sorry, which equipment? What? Sorry, what? It's like a hype train without the train. Yeah, it is. And with slightly less hype. How do you get the blue glow off of the buttons in the cockpit? You need to change the settings in assistance settings, I think it is, to legacy. Which equipment? What? Why is Treedwee MIA? What? What's going on? I've suddenly lost the plot entirely with the chat. Everyone, please explain yourselves in small words. You lost your little blue pills. That's too much information. Is ATC a player? Yeah, so we're on VATSIM, which is an online air traffic control network. The other voice you heard was Treedwee, who's in that other Citation CJ4. and he's flying along with me today. But there's no actual air traffic control on at the moment, largely because this is a small airport and it's kind of the middle of the night in New Zealand. Now, I don't think we need to backtrack, but I'm going to just stop at the holding point and do my before takeoff checklist. Oh, sorry, I missed a question. That's what the what equipment suffix do I use? Yeah, what Dingo said, /L. My apologies. Struggling to keep up with the chat or understand what anyone's saying. You always find text hard and stressful to read. Much prefer hearing a human voice. Yes, me too. From now on, you only have to change trains and buses twice in order to arrive home. Not too much then. Yeah. Yeah, no, I can imagine it is nice to be back in spite of the stress. Pablo, hello. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Welcome back, Melon. Nice quick shower. Pardon me. Very good. Thank Lord speaking on Unicom. It's so much people texting. When you're doing VFR, it's a bit hard to switch to V-Pilot to see the text. Yeah, true. It's been a real nightmare today. A third of the tracks are closed due to construction. Another third due to storm damage. Which country are you in again, Simon? I can't remember. You're in Germany? Okay, Evan, no worries. It's going to be chaotic. It won't be chaotic without ATC. And that's the beauty of Unicom. As long as everyone says what they're doing, then we all can keep up to date. CJ4 into Nelson, yes. Yes. Oh, Melon! Have some pie to share for the in-flight meal. Thank you very much, boss. Why 314 specifically? Yeah, it is unusual, but that's the beauty of private jets, right? They can get into these airports and take their customers where they need to be. Right, let me concentrate a little bit on the before takeoff checklist. Ice protection systems, we do not need. Rudder bias system has been checked. Seats upright and outboard. Flaps checked 15. Speed brakes up. Trims are set for takeoff. Crew briefing is complete. TCAS, we have not switched to TARA, so we'll do that now. Radar is, we'll set that to terrain, I think. On account of the mountains. Oh, that's weird. The buttons aren't working, or that particular button isn't working. Oh, that's really odd. Maybe I meant that one. There's terrain radar. And I think what we'll do is just decrease the range somewhat on here. GA button, we'll push that when we're on the runway. And we'll turn on the PTO static heat when we're on the runway as well. Queenstown traffic, Golf Foxtrot Lima Bravo Tango, lining up runway 05 via Alpha 3. 314 because it's pi. Oh! Cunning! Cunning! I did not get that at all. All you could hear were fighter jets taking off in the background. Really? Wow. Oh, you got your default YouTube emotes back. How did you do it? No need to backtrack. This plane will be off the ground before you can say V1. Right, we're going to sync our heading. We're going to press the toga button. What am I doing with my lights today? So unprofessional. Strobe lights are on. And yes, we're going to fly runway heading. And then we are going to follow the river until such time as we can head north to Gixel on a track of 346. Or until we're clear of terrain. I guess either will be fine. So let me just have a quick look actually at the flight plan. The legs page rather. Yeah. So just make sure, don't let me suddenly engage nav on takeoff like I'm used to doing, because that would be a bad idea. Right, takeoff. Let's do it. Queenstown traffic, Golf Foxtrot Lima Bravo Tango, taking off runway 05, departing by the Epdex 3 Papa. Parking brakes released, we'll hold them on until the engines are stable.
Traffic, Yankee Lima Lima Alpha Kilo, landing up runway 05, behind taking off aircraft.
V1, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. And as we accelerate, we're going to trim down to try and keep this 10-degree pitch attitude. Flaps up. Reduce to climb power. And I'm going to keep manual control of the throttles initially. And make sure we stay well below 250 knots as we climb. Now we're going to go into, oh, pitot static heat, naughty. Told you I was feeling too casual about the whole thing today. And what we can do is enter flight level change mode. And we'll keep our speed to 220. And that way we can just follow the flight directors. Hopefully. They're a little bit laggy. And we're just going to increase our range a little bit now so that we can see where we're going. We'll have a little look outside. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Is that not absolutely stunning? No, there was no stick shaker. No stick shaker. Look at this, hand flying and looking outside and not going above 10 degrees nose up. What a unit. Might not forget the lights, but my my flying is on point today. Back into the climb to 10 and we'll just get that nose up to keep climbing. And we'll make our left turn. That's roughly heading 346 and we're above this terrain anyway. And we'll come down here and we'll do direct to Gixel. Execute. We'll engage nav mode. And we'll turn the autopilot on. And Bob, as they say, is your uncle. We could increase our speed now to 240, which is the optimal climb speed. Well above minimum safe. And there you have it. There you have it. A Queenstown runway 05 departure. Funny story, wife hit a pheasant yesterday, never checked the car, pulled up to the client's house and the client asked, can I have the pheasant sticking out of the front of the car? Good grief. Andrea, yes I do. I do use the new mod. This is the latest version. Yes. Thank you, Satira. What a noob. What a noob. What a noob. Got it in the end. Due to there being no ATC online, you can't get clearance. Do you use Squawk 2000? You should really use, well, I've heard different things, but the long and the short of it is it doesn't matter what Squawk you use if there's no ATC online, because if ATC comes online, they will give you a Squawk to use.
Altitude.
So we're levelling out at flight level 150, which is our maximum height for this waypoint. So I'm just going to reduce the throttles to make sure we don't bust our speed too much. And after Gixel, we can climb to flight level 250. And then it'll be up to... Actually, we're above 10,000 feet. There is no speed restriction to bust. So we'll keep accelerating. Yeah, after 250. Our next climb will be up to flight level 450, which is our cruising level. Didn't know where he was waiting on a VIP. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Filbert Air. Quick word to remind you to be seated and fastened. We're about to take off. Please put your electronics to off during the flight. Thank you, Air Mark. Yeah, appreciate that. Right, there we are, up to flight level 450. Let's go. Let's get climbing. Back into FLC. Speed down to 240 for the climb. Which could lead to quite a significant rate of climb, I think, at least initially, till we slow down. And thrust levers back to the climb detent. Away we go. You completed a flight out of Queenstown up to Auckland in the A320 earlier today, and all you can say it was a roller coaster ride over the North Island. MSFS loves its turbulence over anywhere mountainous or anywhere at all cloudy, so yeah, I can imagine. Thanks to all who donated and subscribed to the resulting delay in this departure gave me time to land at Honolulu, restart the PC and load. Oh, good! Good cheese, Pete. Sky got at work. Oh dear. Did you give him the pheasants, Willie? Can you drink a paint? What? Thing is, Squawk 7000, which is default, stands for VFR. It does, it does. In Switzerland, ATC give you a lot of times a Squawk of 1000. I did know a little bit about Squawk 1000. So they now don't rely on Squawk codes to tell which aircraft is which. So, yeah, they often give 1000. Can't remember the reasoning behind it, but that is a fairly typical thing. But that's not the same as the default VFR Squawk code, which is 7000, or the default IFR Squawk code, which is allegedly 2000. But I still can't envisage any time where you would use it on VATSIM, or would need to use it on VATSIM, I should say. I'll keep syncing our heading, and we can get rid of the seatbelts and the safety light. Still don't really know what the safety light does, but I suspect it probably advises people gently that perhaps they shouldn't smoke, but they're paying loads of money so they can if they want to. We can turn off our landing lights as well. Oh, or our taxi lights, as the case may be. Thank you, Tree to Win. Did you have a good takeoff as well, I hope? Flight Plays, your first time talking on this channel. Welcome. You've watched it for a few months, love the airport reviews and helps you know what to buy or not. I'm pleased, I'm pleased. I haven't been doing as many airport reviews as I used to, because I kind of, I don't know, I just got very, very bored of them and fewer people watching them. But there will be more to come, just not quite at the rate you might be used to. Sometimes in IVAL, the lights on planes will show, but the plane itself doesn't show. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. So we're quite lucky on VATSIM then, in a way. Why are we at 240? I want to be at 250. That's fine, it's 250 or below. We'll stop here for now. Mrs. Canuck's client took it to a butcher next day and they ate it that night. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, yeah. Albert, hello, welcome. How is life in Barbados? Up to 450 for a quick trip to Nelson, that's nuts. Would not the normal even for a plane such as ATR or Dasher? Yeah. Why so high? Because this plane and other light business jets love flying high. They're most efficient at higher altitudes. You will fly Unicom on voice only in streams for now. Awesome. You're very good at it. You've got nothing to worry about at all. Safety light triggers a disco ball and the tune Stop in the Name of Love before you break my heart. Yeah, no, well, standard, yes, that's a good idea as well. Gosh, look at you all. Look at you all, full of good ideas today. Yeah, the VFR, you would use 7000 unless you wanted to use a particular listening squawk or were getting some kind of service from ATC. In fact, we may as well preset flight level 450. There we go, 450 pre-selected for our next climb, which will be happening very, very soon. Just a little reminder to those of you watching who might be new to the channel, do please click the subscribe button. And if all of you could click the like button, that would be great. It'll help make me a star. Yeah, it's true. No, I'm pleased. I'm pleased. I'd rather be told. I'd rather be trolled than have people silently judging Zap. Client's wife said, "Why do you want to eat something hit by a car?" And Mrs. Canuck told her, "Would you prefer it was full of buckshot?" It's a fair point. Fair point. Only in Scotland, eh? Only in Scotland do you have these kinds of conversations. And probably America as well. Maybe Canada. But not in England. The star thing was too much. What star thing? Oh, the star thing about, oh yeah, about like button. Yeah, it was. Concord Citation, yes, quite. Right, come on then team, let's us go back into FLC mode and wind the speed back to 240, or Mach 0.64 in fact, Mach decimal 64, now we're above the changeover. Thrust levers back to climb, and away we go. To be honest, Max R, to be honest, I have also heard that any interaction is good. So if you want to click the dislike button, feel free, it's better than doing nothing. How are you doing? Stupid question. One day you're going to be doing something, you're going to be, I don't know. You might feel slightly different, I don't know. You like the lighting in the UK since update 6. The one thing that is missing as you fly at night is important. It's not being able to see vehicle traffic lights very well on the roads. Yes, that's... Where's the plane going? Oh, we have double Timjo. This could be a problem. We don't want to go to Timjo, we want to go to Mammoth. Always check your flight plans, folks, always. I should, you're right, you're right. I do have to keep a bit of an eye on the plane as well, though, and what it's up to. But you're right, it would be a shame to just sit in the cockpit for this whole thing. Not in Canada, not much pheasant work. No, but I mean... I don't know. There's... I'm sure in rural Canada roadkill is a thing, even if it's not pheasants, right? Plenty of pheasants in England. Yes, plenty of pheasants in England, but I have never heard anyone talking about eating roadkill pheasants. Oh, he picked up the odd pheasant that had been clipped. Oh, did he? Okay, there we are. Yeah, what do I know? I'm just too much of a townie. Feeling quite dire. This cold is sucking the life out. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you got a cold. Yeah, there's a nasty one going round, I've heard. Oh, what have you been up to, Max? Anyway, I get the impression you've been away and you've been snowed under with something or other lately. I don't know what. Yeah, now a good pilot will delete those double waypoints before taking off, but then a good pilot will also turn on his strobe lights before lining up on the runway, turn on his pitot heat before taking off, and set standard pressure passing through the transition altitude. So, you know... What the plane doing? Well, it was doing what it was programmed to do. And I nipped it in the bud. Much later than I should have done, but still. Swifty, hello, 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 welcome, how are you? Gods don't need to check, I know. You'd have thought, wouldn't you? You'd have thought. Prairie chicken, and where's over here for you, Corojo? Coyote, yeah? Can't be roadkill if it never hit the road. No. True. Best you can get in London is probably Fox, and nobody wants to eat that. No, I certainly don't. You share this video and you forced your friends to subscribe. Good. Maybe some of them didn't care about it because your friend is meh. Had to do passenger briefing turbulence. Oh, thinking. It's been all right for us. A little bit bumpy, but it seems to have smoothed out now. Yeah, work has a big project contract, which means we're snowed under, but hopefully working on the new airport next week. And a good holiday from there. Oh, good, good. I'm glad you're coming back to it. refreshed, but still, bad luck on the on being snowed under at work. Jenny, it is not beyond my power to ban a club filled with silver member. Just so you know. Hashtag just saying. Scenery is so pretty. Then my girlfriend Yogyakarta is Canadian Prairie, Saskatchewan. Ah, nice. There we are. Main hunting game in Canada is moose and deer. Yeah. No, Gibby, I have to disagree. Not all roadkill is equal. So we're going to be starting our descent in 82.7 nautical miles, so it will be very much get up there, come straight back down. But let's try and do a better job of the arrival than we did of the departure, eh? So, departure arrival. I'm going to have a look at my charts first. You know, we all know I have flights like this, right? Sometimes the epitome of professionalism and cool, calm, collected flying. Other times, well, I turn the wrong way on taxiways. So we're thinking of doing the Connor 1 Alpha arrival to runway 2 at Nelson. I tell you what, let's keep looking outside while I have a look at the charts, etc. Wind is 030 at 4 knots. So that does suggest a runway 2 arrival. And we're going to be doing the RNAV Yankee approach to runway 2. Which is all nice and straightforward. I'll show you the charts in a minute. Roadkill aka BA in-flight mails. Oh yes, I haven't even mentioned Club Filbert. Contrary to what I said to Jenny, well, you're in Club Filbert for life. No one ever gets banned from Club Filbert, even if they're incredibly rude. Yes, so that command didn't work, didn't it? I better do some talking. Club Filbert is a YouTube membership program. We've had one new member sign up already today, and that was no, it wasn't Gibi. It was, who was it? It was Teriyaki. Teriyaki signed up to Club Filbert Bronze for £1.99 a month. Gives you access to custom emojis, unique little badges next to your name in the YouTube chat. Also gives you access to exclusive private members only channels on the Discord server. Then for Silver, which is the next level up, in addition to all of that, you get a monthly private members only live stream. That's only £4.99, absolute bargain. You can fly along. So this month, for example, we're flying around the Grand Canyon, and that's happening on Sunday. So good time to sign up for Silver if you want to take part in that. And then Gold, in addition to all of that, gives you the right to vote on upcoming streams, the routes we do, etc. And we have a little debrief in the Club Filbert Gold voice chat channel at the end of every flight. Something to consider. Click the join button down below if you want to know more about it. Andrew Graham, sorry I missed your arrival. Welcome, boss. Welcome. How are you doing? Should you do a faster climb in the CJ4 if it's a short flight? I don't believe so. I think 240 and then Mach 0.64 is the most efficient climb speed. So I don't think there's necessarily any sense of getting up to cruising altitude quicker because you would lose all the advantage of the altitude by burning more fuel to get there. But don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Question about the CRJ700. Yes, you bought it the other day and you've begun to watch my tutorial as well, but you feel stupid. You're not stupid, it's hard. How do you know the values for the cargo part? Is it written on the OFP? You can switch in the EFB from having to enter passenger weights, cargo figures, etc. to just having a 0 fuel weight value, and you can just enter that. That's what I do. I wouldn't, Jenny. I wouldn't. Searching PDCs right now. You'll be active up here once you know today. Nice. You'll be flying to Paro later this afternoon. Ah, right. Apparently you turned the ADIRS 1 and 2 off. Really? Really? Why is that? Is that why I nearly crashed the plane? Do we think? Ben is missing. I think Ben's at work. One lucky member can win an Island Prosecco sushi and karaoke with me dressed in a James Bond tuxedo. We're really talking Club Filbert Diamond Plus for that, Willie. Yeah, and then maybe one lucky winner who's been a member of Club Filbert Diamond Plus for more than a year will get that opportunity. Good, I'm pleased you well, Andrew. For a challenge, try a flight into Lukla in Nepal. I have flown to Lukla in Nepal. I should do it again at some point. Your mum wants you to cook steak. This is no time for cooking steak, Treadwell. Doesn't she know you're flying VIPs across New Zealand? What PC do I recommend for Flight Sim 2020? The best PC you can afford, really? To keep it future-proof so that you can run all the add-ons you want. You can see my system specs in the video description down below. Mine's a 5-year-old PC and it runs it pretty well, really, on reasonably high settings. So, yes, if I was you, I'd take mine as a baseline, and then if you can afford to spend a bit more, do so. Because of the warnings you'll get, it'll distract the pilots too much. Hang on, so you don't mean ADs then, I guess. You mean the GPWS, right? ADs don't give warnings. Diamond Plus incentive set, yeah. Surely the ADs can't have an impact on warnings, can they? ADs just tell the plane where it is in space, sort of as a backup to GPS navigation these days. Are we going to make our cruising altitude before we get to our top of descent? Yes, we are. We are. But not by much. Not by much. Right, anyway, I was going to set up for the arrival, wasn't I? Come on, man. Got to focus on flights like this. You can't get too involved in the chat. Right, so. Connor 1 Alpha. RNAV Yankee 02. Via MIBEV. And really we should step that through before executing it. It's good practice. Something I learnt in my lesson with Matt. Do I do it? Not every time, no. But today we're going to. MFD Advance, next waypoint. Going to have a few discontinuities to remove. Alaba, Connor, let me look at the chart while I do this. Frédéric, bienvenue. Thank you very much for the sub.
Altitude.
Connor Kevat Mibev. And then we should be going to that's our initial approach fix. Should then be making a right turn, which we don't seem to be doing. This is a nightmare. Let's just execute it because we're quite a long way out and I might be able to see better. Zoom in a little. And we'll get rid of our discontinuities. Mibev and then Otlit Islop. Yes, that's correct. Oh yes, that's absolutely how it should look. Bang on, bang on. Now for some reason I've lost my VNav page, so why is that? Why don't I have my VNav guidance up there when I've got VNav turned on for the window? Ooh, don't like that. Don't like that. Maybe it's because I'm not in. Ah, there we are. It's back. Yeah, you have to be in this view, not in the map view. So we've learned something today as well. Education, high quality flying, good chat. What more could you want from Thursday afternoon, honestly? The GPAW, right, that makes sense. But that means I don't have anything to blame for my really poor approach. I'm sure you'll do better than I did, Stura. $1,500 mark, 32 gigabytes of RAM, high core count CPU, and a graphics card of minimum 6 gigabyte VRAM. Yeah, sounds about right. You want an i7 and 32 gigabytes of RAM too? Yeah, I think that's a good shout. The mountains in New Zealand are absolutely stunning, aren't they? Nampilan, if you go to google.com and you type that exact question in, it'll give you the answer. Dean Gamer, welcome. Just came back from seeing the beautiful mountains of Fujairah, UAE at around 2,000 feet. Oh, that sounds idyllic. What were you flying? What sort of plane? You prize the slightly higher single-core performance over total core count. You don't use heavily multi-threaded applications, and Intel came out slightly ahead when you priced everything up. Fair play. For that RNAV glide step, you should put the runway altitude and enable VNAV. Correct, and then you should enable approach mode as well when we're on final. That's a point, actually. What we should also be doing is checking our altitude constraints in the legs page. I always assume that this has got it right because it always has in the past. Yep, 8,000 or above at Kevut, then Mibev, then Oplet, which we don't have constraint for as such, but we should be at, in fact we should be at 3,900 feet for that one. So we'll just change that. And then we should be at 2,000 above by Islop, should we? No, we should not. That's incorrect. I'm going to delete that constraint. Hatru should be at our MDA. And then the runway threshold is at 10 feet, so we're going to change that to 10. We'll be on the RNAV approach by then, I think. Yeah, after Patru for sure. Patru is actually our decision point. So yeah, that's fine. That will work for us, I think. And we can set a lower altitude now. And we can arm VNAV ready for the descent. So you can see path is in white, so when we hit that top of descent point, it'll take us down on our vertical profile. And we're going to set 11,000 feet initially. And now we can look at some more mountains. Willie, yeah, no worries, no worries. Good luck with this afternoon's work. I'll see you soon. See you soon. Your PC setup for flight sim set you back about 4,000 Australian dollars. Yeah, I think that's about what I paid for mine actually when I got it a few years ago. Do I like your plane photo in Volanta? It's a very good question, Trudeau. No, I did not set up Volanta. It's all a bit last minute. Don't know why. No excuses. It just was. Oh, in a car! Sorry, I assumed you were simming. Don't know why. Oh, there's Pete behind us. He's catching up. And yeah, Trude, we went to. I like your plate photo. Yes, very nice. Very nice indeed. Aditya, welcome back. Welcome back, boss. How are you doing? Nice to see you. So, yeah, I've been doing quite a lot of streaming on Twitch for those of you who might not know. That may include you, Aditya. I'm doing two out of 3 streams there or thereabouts on Twitch. And so yes, if you'd like to go and follow me over there, then you'll never ever miss any of my streams again, which is of course everyone's main goal in life, right? You need to rewatch how to use VNAV correctly. Every time you had to descend manually because it wasn't doing what it's supposed to do. So the key points for a VNAV descent in the CJ4 are: make sure you set a lower altitude before your top of descent, and make sure you hit the VNAV button before your top of descent. If you do those 2 things, it'll take you down the VNAV quite happily. Your English is pretty good, Nampilat. I don't know, I haven't heard you speak very much, but what I have heard, it sounds good. Oh, Nightbot's already doing the whole promoting Twitch thing. That's okay then. But it should now say 200% more streams. Just keeping an eye on my speed on the descent. I wonder if we can see anyone behind us. Pete, are you on VATSIM or offline? Yeah, it probably is. That's what I forget. Why both bots? Because I've always used to use Nightbot, and I'm switching over to Streamlabs. I don't really know why. They shouldn't both be saying the same things, and they are. Yeah, I need to sort that out, basically. Offline setting, very good. If ATC asks you to descend before the top of descent, you should use the VS mode, right? Yes, indeed, yeah. Or flight level change if you want to. You can use either mode. Still scared of VATSIM, got many unanswered questions that Pilot Center doesn't make clear. Ask away, Pete. Ask me. I'm not the world's greatest VATSIM expert, but I've been using it for a while, so happy to help if I can. Quite happy after F-Series 6, got to complete a 12-hour flight on Xbox with no glitches. Oh, it's fantastic. Gosh, I don't know. It's probably my own preconceived ideas about Xbox users, but I didn't picture Xbox people doing 12-hour flights. That's really good. ATC tells you to descend only around 20 to 30 nautical miles before the destination. Yeah, the MSFS ATC is just bad. There's no other word for it. Just yeet Nightbot. Well, I will yeet Nightbot. I will. Yeah, that's what I'll do, basically. I will. Between now and the next stream, we'll yeet Nightbot. Apparently, Nampan. I don't know why he's called Nightbot. At an uncontrolled airfield, what frequency do you use for local traffic? Yes, Unicom. There are no local radio, there are no local radio frequencies for small airfields. Everyone's on Unicom. Unfortunately, you have to shoot off. Still have my audio via Bluetooth in the car. Won't see the landing, but we'll hear the reaction. Okay. Well, have a good afternoon, Simon, wherever you're off to. And I will see you on Sunday, if not before, for the Super Poggers VFR group flight. Can you see the Volante? I don't see why not. Now I've actually remembered to start it. Hang on a minute, it takes me a while to find the right source. There you are, there's Volanta. Here's our route, here's me. Here's Pete, who despite joining late is making incredible progress. But he's offline, so it doesn't matter if he overtakes me. And here is Tree Dwi Wen. This is his plane here, Yulak. And this is the route. And talking of which, I might show you the charts for the arrival, because they're quite interesting. That speed up a little bit. Yes, charts. You can see them. I can't. Now I can. So this is our approach chart. So as you can see, we're going to be at 3,900 feet by Otlet, and then we're going to descend with the RNAV glide path down to our MDA, which for us will be 490 feet, which I'll sort out in a minute. And we're going to land. So it's not a straight in approach. We're going to be heading off to the right and then the left a little bit. And you can see we've got some terrain around us that we need to be wary of as well. This is the arrival. We're just doing this one. So it's a straight line. It's not particularly exciting. Connor, Kevut, Mibev, and Mibev is the initial approach fix on this chart. So after we get to Mibav, we're flying heading 126, then making a left turn to 036, then 026, and landing. And this is my first arrival into Nelson, so I'm quite looking forward to it. What's the next stream? Well, the next stream is the Club Filbert Silver stream on Sunday. That's just for Club Filbert Silver and Emerald members, and Sapphire and Gold, of course. And we're going to be flying around the Grand Canyon. The next general stream has not been decided yet, but it'll be early next week, either Monday or Tuesday, I imagine. And it'll be announced on the Discord and on Twitch, on the Twitch schedule, once I've decided. It's a nice landing, but if you remember, you think it's slightly off-centre. Oh, okay. All right, thanks. I'll be aware of that. Air Amaret, sorry, the other day you were on Unicom. It was night and didn't want to look at little nav map to see if there was traffic coming to the airport, so you just asked on vocal. Surprisingly, some people answered. Ah, good. In FSX, descent would normally start at about an average of 100 nautical miles. In FS 2020, it's about 40 nautical. They do need to improve it, yeah. Yes, I know. 737, hopefully not too far off release. We certainly can see the vintage car when we're in Nelson Airport, yeah. No scenery for Helsinki still. There's a freeware, but it's not very good, unfortunately. I have a long list, it's Vetsku. I have a long list of things that people have requested. However, we'll find somewhere nice to fly, don't you worry. Just realised you didn't enter any takeoff data in the perf page before you took off. Major corner cutting here at Air Conrad. Oh, well, you saw the corners I cut. That's nothing. Right, let's sort out our approach. Talking of takeoff figures. So, wind is 030 at 4. No clouds, you'll be pleased to hear. 030 at 4. Outside air temperatures 11. So a reasonable amount warmer than it was in Queenstown. QNH is 1033. Next page. Anti-ice we don't need. VREF of 100, V approach of 107. We are well below our max landing weight. Landing field length is fine. Send that. All done. Yeah, there's a free I'm pretty sure there's a free Helsinki. It's not terribly good. Is it confirmed if there'll be a 700, 800, and 900? I don't think so. I don't think they've confirmed that yet. But I could be wrong. I think there will be, because there is for P3D and FSX, so I don't see why they wouldn't bring them all across, but I'm not, I couldn't swear to it. What does landing factor do? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. Let's see if I can find out. However, I am making, at some point in the future, another CJ4 tutorial with a real-world CJ4 pilot, probably. So I'm going to ask him. What's the biggest flight I've done on MSFS? On MSFS, probably just about, it was the Heathrow to Chicago I did to celebrate 5,000 subscribers. Was it 3,000? 3,000, I think. But in P3D, I've done longer flights. I've done things like London. I've done London to Perth. That's the longest flight I've ever done in a sim. I don't know. I don't think it'll be in one product if they do that true to it. They normally, PM2G normally do a base pack which has one type of aircraft in P3D. That was the 738, and then they did add-ons, I think. Oh no, maybe not for the 7.3. I can't remember. If you have a look at what they did for P3D on their website, I imagine they'll do a similar thing here, but no one knows for sure. I think we're getting the 738 initially, I think. What do I think about the old livery of the Garuda Indonesia? I think it's nice. I should make an ASMR of that keyboard. Yeah. It's got a nice clicky. It's got a nice clicky sound. Also, you heard something about Orbx or someone creating a Helsinki. I've got a feeling that MK Studios are doing one. So yeah, I'll definitely fly there once that's out. But it seems a shame to rush into it with a substandard scenery when there's a good one around the corner. Right, as we are approaching our destination, we'll turn on the seatbelt sign, turn on the safety light, and we'll play our landing brief.
At this time, please comply with the illuminated seatbelt and no smoking signs. Thank you. May I have your attention, please? We will be landing shortly. Please turn off all portable electronic devices, cell tables, secure luggage.
They've definitely turned the volume down for these briefings, I think. I can't hear what he's saying. But then we don't need to hear what he's saying, the passengers do.
And fasten your lap belt and shoulder belts. After landing, please remain in your seat with your lap belt and shoulder
Just Sim did one, did they?
until the aircraft is moved to a complete stop on the parking lot. Thank you.
Oh, you're right. You're right, they did. Is it any good? Screenshots don't look amazing. I'm pretty sure MK Studios are doing that. Yes, they are. They've released previews, so I'll probably hold out for their one, I think. Because their airports are getting better and better. They really are. You compare their latest release Porto with Helsinki. And Helsinki I did quite like. But yeah, it's even better. No, I did one yesterday, Adine. I did one yesterday on Twitch. Yeah, we flew from Bali down to Sydney. It's a long flight, 7 or so hours. Yeah, better than the freeware, true. Start bringing our speed back slowly so that we make the 250 below 10,000 restriction. Not MM simulations, MK Studios. They've shared previews of it. If you Google MK Studios Helsinki MSFS, then yeah. No, on Twitch, Adina, on Twitch yesterday. I liked it. I really liked it. You know, it's a bit of a sort of a mashup between an A320 and a 787. It's not exactly a high fidelity simulation of an A330. But I thought the model was beautiful. I thought it flew pretty well. Didn't fly so well on landing, but that might or might not have been partly down to pilot error. But yeah, I really liked it. So yeah, those of you who are enjoying my streams and would like to see more of them, do hit the follow button on Twitch as well, because I'm increasingly streaming over there. People seem to prefer it. Plus, you get to see my face, which is well, it's either a bonus or not, depending on your point of view. Right, so I believe the transition level is very high. I think it's probably around 14,000 again. Does it say? Flight level 150. Christ. Yeah, so because we're descending below that, we'll set local pressure, which the sim thinks is 1032, and the METAR thinks is 1033. That's fine, not a problem. We'll stick with what the sim thinks so we get correct altitude reporting. And we'll keep on going down, all the way, all the way. Plane will follow our constraints, and we'll double check again what our decision altitude is going to be and set that. It's going to be 490, so we'll go to the refs menu, Oops, wrong knob. Down to Barrow. 490. There we are. We'll set our altitude to 400 feet. We definitely want to be visual and flying it manually by then. At Twitch also free subs. True, true. Why do I use 2 different overlay setups for Twitch and YouTube? Well, this YouTube overlay has done me very well for over a year. It's uncluttered, it doesn't have my face on it, and I think it suits YouTube, and I really quite like coming back to YouTube and streaming how I used to. But then on Twitch, I think people expect to see a little bit more. There's much more of a culture of giving bits and that sort of thing, and gifting subs. So yeah, so I updated it for Twitch, but kept it the same for YouTube. That's fine. We only have Vadis Egypto at the moment. There's no scenery for the international at the moment, Nampalan. You are in your helicopter at Nelson Airport waiting for my arrival. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm going to... Yeah, I too will join you in a helicopter. I'll be not on VATSIM. I'll be in MSFS multiplayer. And yeah, we'll take a little trip up to Motueka. Southeast Asia server, if anyone else wants to get ready for that. But obviously we'll hold off for Triduen's arrival, get everyone down and settled.
Correct pronunciation, Motueka.
Motueka, got it, thank you. Baby jump. Who was that? Who was that? See, Nampalan, I can't even pronounce.
Swan's fan here, mate.
All right, thank you very much for your advice. I'll see you in a moment. If you need to do something to the chat clipping the Twitch overlay. I need to do something to the chat clipping the Twitch overlay. How do you mean? The chat's in between the 2 bits of the Twitch overlay. It's near with your house in Maliobro. When you're landing, you can see the Indonesian President Castle. Oh, right, nice. Oh, sorry, we're talking Yogyakarta here, aren't we? I was talking about Jakarta. I don't know. I haven't looked at either of those yet. So we should possibly be able to see the airport by now, I think. Yeah, just about. It's up ahead of us there. Prediction on when the PMDG 777 will release. Wild guess, next April. A little bit worried that we're still kind of high. We want to be at 3,900 by Otlet.
Purely a note, Phil, but on the PMDG website, if you have a look on their shop, you'll notice that there is place available for the 737.
Interesting, didn't know that. That's very encouraging, isn't it? Right, we're going to get flaps 15 out. We're going to bring our speed right down now.
Well, previously the PMDG DC6 was aligned to the centre of the page. Now it's left aligned.
Ah, interesting. Nelson traffic, Golf Foxtrot Lima Bravo Tango, approaching Otlet for the final for the RNAV Yankee runway 02 approach. Okay, so we should now be able to arm approach mode. Approach LNAV 1 is showing green, so that's good. If only the wife hadn't occupied the study today, you'd bring the A5 along for giggles. Excellent use of Unicop, yeah. There's no one about. Everyone's in bed except for me and him. Right, we'll get our gear down now. Possibly a little premature, but I like to be prepared, especially at an airport that I'm not familiar with, like this one. Bit optimistic, you think, Pete? Possibly. I'm an optimistic kind of person. It's right on the water, kind of hard to see. Yes, I can't see it.
On good authority, it's a very nice little airport.
Oh, it is. Is this where you live? Do you live around here?
No, actually, I live in Australia, but I have relatives that live in Nelson, so been to it quite a few times.
Oh, right, nice, nice. I have flown around here a little bit mostly when I was doing the review. I haven't been back since then, and it was very, very beautiful. Yeah, that's fair enough, I do. I know you never eat pork and plan. I know.
First time I flew into Nelson was back in 1987 and was on a Fokker Friendship.
Oh, nice, nice. That must have been so exciting. Nelson traffic, Golf Foxtrot Lima Bravo Tango's on a 10-mile final, runway 2. Right, we'll get flaps 35 out. Let's do a bit of zooming, see if we can make out a runway anywhere. God, you weren't kidding, Medlin. You weren't kidding. I can't see it at all. I just don't like the Brandenburg scenery so much. Perfect timing, arriving home, getting back to the stream, and I'm on final. Oh, well done, yeah. Nice work.
Airport's roughly about your 11 to 12 o'clock position, pretty much dead ahead, and you're cleared to land 02.
Cleared to land 02, thank you for the clearance and the guidance, Golf Bravo Tango. Right, so it's sort of on the edge of this here bay, isn't it? So we come over the bay and it's somewhere over here. Somewhere over here. I'm sure all will become clear very shortly. It's just a bit hazy, isn't it? You see the runway, do you? I see what I think is the runway. Yeah, but I'm not 100%. Gosh, this initial stage of the approach is very shallow, isn't it? Like the whole thing feels kind of shallow. So Islop, certainly from Islop, we're doing a standard 3-degree glide. So now I'm slightly concerned that the aeroplane is not actually following the descent profile. I don't think it is. You see we've got the white banana. It's beyond the runway, which is not ideal.
altitude.
Get rid of that 500 restriction. It thinks it knows what it's doing. I just don't quite agree with it. It's left, it's further left across the bay. Oh yes, I've got it now. Yeah, it's here. It's here.
Northbound traffic, Yankee Lima, miles kilo inbound, outward expect air now, runway 02, Yankee approach.
Yeah, I think we're all right. There's no pappies that I can see, but we do appear to be at about the right altitude. So bring it on. Bring it on. Speed's good. And yes, it is slightly offset, so we should be doing heading 026. We're actually heading 028, presumably to correct for the slight crosswind. And runway heading is 018, so this is exactly as it should be. Yeah, it does look good, doesn't it?
Just on landing, be prepared to hit the brakes. It's a short runway.
Thank you for the advice. I shall do that. And Nelson traffic, Golf Foxtrot Lima Bravo Tango's on a short final, runway 02. Right, let's turn the autopilot off, do some flying. Landing. Happy to say we're a little low. Also getting a tiny bit on the slow side, but no, it's all right, it's fine. Quite a lot more nose up trim. That's better.
And I can see you coming in.
And we have the usual rudder control issues, but you know, we stayed on the runway, so that's all good. Not bad, eh? Not bad. If anything, I feel I overdid the brakes there. Right. Nelson traffic, Golf Foxtrot Lima Bravo Tango, runway vacated.
Well, I did warn you the runway wasn't very long.
Well, I braked too hard, you see. I took your warning too seriously, if anything. Landing lights off. Taxi light on. That's the logo light. Strobes can come off. Flaps are retracted, spoilers are retracted. All good. Yeah, thank you, Amplan.
Did you happen to see me on the grass near the runway?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was probably just concentrating very hard.
Traffic, Yankee Lima, kilo 5 nautical miles, runway 02.
5 nautical miles. All right. In that case, what we'll do, I think, is stop here and go and watch your landing. and we'll taxi to the terminal once you're down. Oh yeah, there you are. You are showing as a generic... Are you in the H145 by chance? Oh no, what helicopter you're in? Because I thought I had them all. Oh, it's because I'm on VATSIM, yeah. It'll probably look better when we're in multiplayer. I don't know, Nampalan. Thank you, Jenny. Yes, I never said welcome to Nelson,
Actually,
everybody.
it's the H135.
Okay, yeah, it'll show up fine when we're on multiplayer. It's a cool landing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've just actually completed my flight around Nelson doing a sightseeing tour, and I've shut down for the night.
Oh, right. Well, no worries. Thank you. It's nice to see you on arrival, and yeah, see you again soon, I hope. It will be an interesting airport for the Fokker F-29. It will. You went fully visual as soon as you could see the airfield. Right. Nice. Yeah. Did it? And you got it down okay? Where's Treedwee then? Can't see him yet. Can possibly hear engines. Can't see him on
I've only
Volanta,
flown on 4 different aircraft into Nelson, the Fokker Friendship, Saab 340, Metroliner 3, and a Hawker Siddeley 748.
Oh, right, nice. Very nice. Man wasn't kidding about the short runway, no. Ah, there he is. There he is.
And cleared to land runway 02.
Nice. Nice. Welcome, Treedwee. I don't know, Nampalan. Right, let us taxi. Let's get to where we're going. Get out of his way, if nothing else.
Nelson traffic, Yankee Lima Lima, Kilo runway 02 waiting.
Have a good night. Enjoy your trip to Motueka.
Thank you. You have a good night too. See you soon. So I don't really know where you'd park a business jet around here. There's lots of little aprons, lots of hangars and things over there. I don't know if there's an FBO or if we just park on the main terminal. Don't know. Let's keep taxiing till we see somewhere that looks plausible. Possibly just beyond, actually. Possibly just beyond the main terminal. Although there are some stands here, I think, by the fire station. Now, let's keep going. We'll go beyond it. This is such a beautiful airport. Honestly. Got to run. No worries, Jenny. Thank you for coming. Nice to see you as always. We'll be on Southeast Asia, Pete. Yeah, we'll be on Southeast Asia. Oh, should we just park on a stand? Should we just park on a stand? I don't see this airport handling so many commercial flights that we wouldn't have the option of parking outside the terminal, right? We just park to the main terminal, but you think they park down past the terminal on the right, maybe? Maybe. But that does kind of look like a maintenance area, doesn't it? Now I'm going to park here. we'll park lengthways like he's done. I'm sure it would be within the realms of possibility to have a business jet park up here, and then once the passengers are disembarked, send it over, you know, get it tugged over to a parking position, I would guess. That'll do us, I think. In fact, that is a beautiful bit of parking, if I do say so myself. Let's get it shut down. Then I'm going to nip to the toilet, and then I'll come back and we'll do a little bit of VFR gubbins. Oops. Stop. Stop. Everything off. Continue. Boom. That was all right, wasn't it? That was all right. There's maintenance on the left too. Yeah. I'm not really sure. Anyway, there's Treedwin. We both made it. Pete made it offline. And there's the gorgeous ATR. Is it an ATR 42? I think it's an ATR 42. What a sight. What a sight. Let me get a screenshot of that. I'll just come behind Treedwin over there and do another one. Charts say stands 10 and 11 for Sky Cards. That's a nice view as well, isn't it? Lovely. Right, I will be back. Oh, so it says on the tails, so thank you. Yeah, I don't know about all these turbo props. Don't know anything about them. Yeah, good. Right, give me a couple of minutes, and I will be back for more. See you shortly. Melon, if you're still here, good night. No worries. And Air Amber, you need to go as well. No problem at all. I'm glad you could see it all as well. Yes, thank you very much. See you on another one soon, I hope. And before you go, thank you very much indeed for your donation. It's very, very generous of you. And same to you, Melon Lord, as well. Willie's already gone. But yes, thank you very, very much. So, let us disconnect from VATSIM. Bye-bye. And we'll have a quick look around the airport, I guess, before we respawn in the helicopter. I know Namplan wanted to see the car, as do I. I don't think I've ever been in here. Luggage handling facility. No, I haven't ever been in here. That's really cool. I tell you what, NZA really are at the top of their game, aren't they? Really, really nice. Where does this go, though? Where does it go? It just goes up and around on different sides. Okay. Oh, no, it goes out here. Okay. Can we follow it through the wall? Yes, yes, we can. Look at that. So here we are at the check-in area. 165 feet per minute for landing. Similar to mine, I think. What was mine? 145. Very nice. Very nice. Did you enjoy it, Tridruan? Yeah, here's the check-in area. Car's over here, if I remember rightly, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Just beautiful. And here's baggage claim. And we can follow this through as well. Awesome. Really, really nice. Really nice. Right, let's get into some helicopters. You'll probably fly Wizz Air somewhere this evening. Very nice, very nice. Oh, we should have a look at the magazine in the control tower. I didn't know about that. Look at that. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Good. Right. Anyway. Flying? Yes, I think so. Main menu. World map. And we'll take the H135 again, I think. NZNS. And I guess we'll spawn. I did see some helicopters around and about the place. Let's try spawning there. We'll change the time back to about 8:30, which I think was certainly when we were due to land. All players. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Oh, let's just get rid of the tail number. We don't. I think it has a baked-in tail number. This one. Fly. Southeast Asia server. Yeah, they do make a lot of helicopters. They weren't originally made by Airbus, I think, but Airbus acquired them. A bit like what they did with the Airbus A220, which used to be called something else and was actually made by a different manufacturer. There is another name for the H135, which I can't remember off the top of my head. But, yeah. Come on, hurry up. Oh, crashed your desktop. Oh, bad luck, Trudy. Hopefully you can make it back in. Right, here we are. This feels like the sort of stand you might find a helicopter on, right? Yeah, I think so. Right, so let's try and do a better job of starting out than we did last time. Battery master on. Standby bat, avionics 1 and 2 on. Inverter, EMSDC, recept on as well. Probably want a bit of aircon. Pitot static heat will turn on now as well. Aux, turn on the prime pumps, forward and aft fuel pumps. Position anti-collision light, and that'll do for now. Instrument lights can come on, cabin lights can come on, and the emergency exit lights can also come on. Now, hopefully, it'll start up properly this time. Wiggle the Collective. Oh, hello, it's you again, is it? I don't think so, boss. I don't think so. How do I get rid of you? I could get rid of you before. There we are. It's just me today. Right, engines to flight idle, to idle rather. Mm-hmm. What have I not done? Eurocopter, that was it. That was it. It should be fun. I hope it's fun. At least you completed VATSIM flight. Exactly, exactly. Hopefully you can make it back, True Joanne. You're zooming out in world map and then it froze. I've had that. I've had crashes when I've been zooming before now. The startup sounds in this are incredible. Absolutely incredible. So rather than just flying direct to Motueka, I thought we'd probably head inland a little bit and have a look at some of these mountains and then come back out. Looks like Jeff, doesn't look like Jeff. Yeah, it's true, it's true. My treatment of co-pilots is definitely getting better. You don't know if you'll come for this VF. Oh, okay, no worries. So, oh yes, your steak, yes. Yes, I'd forgotten that. Right, so now we can turn them from idle to flight. Spin up the rotors. We'll turn on auto trim. Back up AP1 and AP2. We'll turn off our prime pumps. Turn on our strobe lights now and our landing lights. And that should be us set for takeoff, I think. Set local pressure. Get the old track IR going again. No, we're in basic mode. We don't want basic. We're advanced. We're advanced helicopter pilots now. Okay, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. There is a part of me that thinks we might as well have stayed on VATSIM. Alright, we're going to fly. We're going to fly. We're not going to hover taxi to the runway and take off in the traffic pattern or whatever they call it in this part of the world. We're just going to fly. Linus! CJ4 times it over, boss. CJ4 times over. Very successful flight, you'll be pleased to hear. And now we're going to have a look at some of the stunning scenery around Nelson in the chopper. All are welcome, by the way. We're in the multiplayer Southeast Asia server, if anyone wants to come along. Did I not put in the video description that this might be happening at the end? I can't remember if I did or not. So we'll fly out over the town of Nelson, check out these mountains, and then head to Motueka. Looks like they're impatient and cooked it. Oh, good. Quite a lot of left and right shake, which I haven't had before. I wonder if this is a sim update 6 thing. Didn't check for updates. Let me try and fly and Google this. Oh, I did not. Oh, right, okay. Compatibility with Sim Update 6 has not yet been confirmed. It's got 20 thumbs downs and 6 thumbs up. Okay. Ah, good. I'm pleased it's juicy. That's true. Nobody reads my video description. Satira does, and he tells me that he tells me that I didn't. Never mind. I don't like all this shaking. I don't like it. No, change of plan. Change of plan. We're going to do something quite risky. We're going to do something quite risky, but we'll see if it works. I want to change using dev mode into one of the default planes that should work. And We'll try and do it in the air, and if it doesn't work in the air, then we'll go back to the airport and do it that way. So, Windows, aircraft selector. What do we fancy? What do we fancy? Oh my God, I've got so many planes in here. And they're not in any kind of logical order. DA40 I've got a mod installed for, so I don't want to fly that. Oh, what about the Pipistrel? The electric Pipistrel. Never flown that. Let's do that. Let's do that. See what it's like. Oh, is it frozen? I think it's frozen. Yeah, because I've got a mod installed. I don't know if it's going to work, Zap. Prepared Pilot, hello. Hello, good day to you. Yeah, well, what's up is that we have flown from Queenstown to Mochrie to Nelson, and we're now trying to do a little bit of VFR, but it turns out the helicopter doesn't work since the update. So now I've just tried to do a mid-air change into this Pipistrel, but it turns out that might have been a bad idea. I've just done Control E. Oh no, we're all right. We're all right. Woohoo. Seems to be working. And we've cleared the mountain. That's the main thing. The other thing I wanted to do is open a little nav map, because then I'll know where I'm going. Whereas at the moment, I don't. 500. I'll give you 500. Who was that? Sorry, I think I just missed a sub there, didn't I? Oh, a follow on Twitch, Budista. I don't suppose you're watching on YouTube, but if you are, welcome. You'll have to give the switching a go. You would think the mod gets loaded at sim load time, but let's check. Yes, I'd have thought so. A little bit more trim, a little bit of nose up trim. Seems to be quite happy at 100 knots. I believe the battery on these only lasts half an hour, so we won't stay in the air for too long. Hey. Don't tell me you're in this helicopter for hunting. Nampilan, you missed the change of aircraft. We're not in a helicopter anymore because it doesn't work properly since the update. We're in this rather nice electric Pipistrel instead. I think kiwi fruit, yeah. Oh, I will. I'll have a look through to it in a minute. So yes, we're going to have a look at these here mountains, and then we're going to make a right turn, and we're going to go and try a landing at Mochirica. Most pleasant. And I also get the impression that they might have toned down the turbulence effects as we fly over these hills, I think. I feel like before the sim update would have been being bounced around all over the place probably, but we're not. Anyone can come and join. Anyone, Satira. We're on the Southeast Asia server on multiplayer. Yeah, anyone else is wondering about joining? Do. There's no VATSIM, there's no nothing complicated to worry about. Just doing a little bit of flying around. I tried that and couldn't see me. Oh, really? Let me just check I am on the Southeast Asia server. Yeah, Southeast Asia. Should be all right. But sometimes these multiplayer servers just don't work properly and you can't see half the people on them. That was certainly the case after Sim Update 5. And have you got all players turned on, Pete? So you have to, you know where you select the weather, I think it's called flight conditions. In there you have to choose all players as well as being on the Southeast Asia server. Can I see Nampilan map? What is Nampilan map? I don't know. Are you still at Nelson, P? Are you still on the ground there? I could swing back round and have a look, see if I can see you. Could see some random other bloke. Okay. Should have used Join FS. Join FS is weird though. I did try it, but it doesn't show landing gear correctly. It doesn't show propellers spinning correctly. I didn't love it, to be honest. You mean see from Google Map? I doubt I can see you on Google Map, no. Okay, yeah, load back in. I'll come back and we'll do a low pass. Just checking I can find the flaps in this plane, and I can. Yeah, if Satira's joining as well, then. Left for a bit. What aircraft is this? This is the electric pipistrelle, which I've never flown before. We tried the helicopter, but it was shaking all over the place, and I've since found out that it has not yet been made compatible with Sim Update 6. So, yeah, so we're flying the pipistrelle, and I'm quite enjoying it so far. That's what it looks like. I don't know what that means, Emperor. It's be a good plane for a group flight, good visibility out the side. Yeah, it's a great sightseeing plane, isn't it? Better than a Cessna. Yeah, you're right, it would. For Sunday's group flight, I'm taking the Diamond, the DA40, which I haven't flown much, but I like it from what I've seen of it. You don't have such good downward visibility, of course, because of the low wing, but yeah, we shall see how that goes. Yes, Southeast Asia server. Where should you spawn in? You should spawn in at Nelson. Coming back now to see if I can see Pete and to pick you up. In fact, maybe I'll even land it. Why not? Such a beautiful part of the world, this. Again, though, I can't really see the airport still. This is incredibly hard to spot. Oh, yes, I think I see it. Yes, I see it. The A40 carries a lot of speed when landing. Yeah, I noticed that. Will I fly the A320 next week? Almost definitely. I haven't really thought about what I'm doing next week, but I'd be very surprised if the A320 didn't feature at some point. Might do some P3D stuff as well, potentially. Throttle kind of feels like it's either, or it sounds like it's either on or off in this plane. And I'm going to just pretend I'm flying a Cessna, I think, in terms of speeds and everything. It's kind of like a 152. I didn't see the song you sent to Tom yesterday. Yeah, feel free, it's Vetsku, yeah. I've got about 45 minutes. I think the flight to Motueka is about half an hour. So I'll land here, we'll give people a little bit of time to join, and then we'll go again. Oh, are you joining us? Have you spawned back in multiplayer, Treasurer? You know I'm not on VATSIM, right? Anymore. Probably take a Husky or X-Cub. Sounds good. Can't see anyone here. Is anyone here yet? Are you spawned back in, Pete? Oh, you're up and flying around the field. Yeah, I don't see you. Maybe I've done something wrong. Oh no, there's someone over here. I see someone over here. I think. Or is that static? Could be static. I thought I saw a light on it, but I didn't. Right, let's just have a stop here a minute. See what's going on in the drone view. No, I don't see another soul. Yeah, I will turn traffic nameplates on, but I think if he was here and he was flying around the field, I'd be able to see him without. Let's have a quick look though. Wrong one. I've got show traffic nameplates on. All right, let's go back to the main menu and see if I've done something wrong. Could be something to do with changing planes in the air, or who knows. You've got nameplates on, you can see a player A320 out to sea. Okay, okay. Right, let's try again. See, if you can search the aircraft type, why can't you... Wait, why can't you search a livery? Also, why can't I see that electric pipistrel? Only got... That's weird. Have I just found some kind of hidden aircraft through the dev menu? Oh well, let's take the Virus SW121. Maybe that is what I was flying. I didn't think it was electric though, the one SW121. Didn't think so. Certainly doesn't have a 6-hour range for if it's an electric plane. Right, so we'll go here from runway 2. Flight conditions, all players. Yes. Southeast Asia. Should work. Let's see if it does. Southeast Asia servers are generally less busy than any others, and this is what I've learnt from my group flying in the early days of MSFS. Ah, here's someone, Verb Jim Tim. Yeah, so if you use the European servers and there's lots of players on, then they tend to disappear. And although the Southeast Asia server tends to have a higher ping, that doesn't matter. So, yeah, that's why. What was the why not in relation to? No, but I can't see either of you two. I can't see anyone else other than this A320 and that BE-36. Unless you're Plumber ship, are you? What's your screen name, Pete? That's very juddery, that plane. What happened? Well, I couldn't see anyone and no one could see me. So I've spawned back in. Okay, if you're going to, I mean, feel free to talk to yourself, Namplan, but no need to do it in the chat. Ah, you are called Plumbership. In that case, I can see you. Good. So we're in business now, I think. Right. Let's get in the sky then. Good. So what we'll do now then, I guess... Oh, there he is. There he is. Awesome. Is we'll fly along the coast to Motueka. So follow me. Just opening MSFS. Well, catch us up, Vetsku. Catch us up. I would hang around, but I've got work soon, so I kind of need to get going if we're going to make it. To Motueka, I'm afraid. Sorry. There will be proper group flights in future. This is just a sort of a bolt-on. So yeah, I didn't know if people would join me or not. How do you get the names tags to appear? So if you go to the menu, General Options, Traffic, show traffic nameplates here. Going back to the main menu still seems to mess up your controls a little bit. That was my prediction for the 777, I think, Treed, we went. That was my prediction for the 777, based on absolutely nothing at all. But, you know, maybe 737 release at the end of this year, maybe they've got other people working on the 777. I don't know. Forgot to update. Oh, right. Yeah. Next time, that's good. Yeah, it's probably about time we did another general group flight, I think. I'll sort that out. Not sure about the red vinyl coverings of the flight controls. No, it's a little bit gaudy and unnecessary, isn't it? Yeah, the multiplayer isn't working that well. Pete's jerking about quite a lot. Never seen that before, ever. Weekends, please, for group flights. You got it. You got it. Won't be next week, but yeah. Sometime between now and Christmas, we'll do a little group flight together. Yeah, it could be your potatoes. You have 300 ping. Mine wasn't much below. I think mine was 154 or something. Did anyone notice? Actually, Montjuic is closer than I remembered, according to Little Duff Map. Almost halfway there already. Winds are 120 at 6 knots in the sim at the moment, so we'll go for a runway 20 landing, I think, unless they change between here and there. $167. What's that? What you've got to download in the way of updates? Doesn't seem a lot. Or is that your download speed? So yeah, the side visibility is really good in this plane. Forward visibility, not so much. I feel I need a cushion. Or I can cheat with my track IR. There we are. Just reset it with me crouching down a little bit. $100, is that for the P3D version you're looking at, Truthman? I can't remember how much that was. Because if you're looking at the P3D version, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same for the MSFS version. Oh, 410 downloaded. Okay, got a little way to go then. It is worth every penny, I tend to agree, yeah. I think it'll be less. I think it'll be less. All scenery for MSFS so far has been cheaper than the versions for P3D. So, yeah, I don't think it'll be that much, probably. You really want me to get that DC-6, don't you? I've got too many planes that I don't fly already, though. Not a Boeing person waiting on the Phoenix. Fair enough. They did, Pete. Yeah, they did. They didn't say exactly what it was going to cost, but I think they said something like they want it to be priced accessibly or something like that. Yeah, much greater user base. Exactly. Exactly. That's right. That's right. Well remembered. Fly to Bosnia and Herzegovina for evening reserve flight. Sounds good. Where are you going to fly from? beautiful here, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Right, so I'm going to go and try and find this airport, which should be somewhere over to our left. Yes, I can see it, I think. And we'll join downwind leg, do a left base and left find to land. Can't find me. We're on Southeast Asia. We're just approaching Mochiwika now. Again, I'm sorry we had to get going. It's only because I'm on a night shift. Otherwise, I'd have waited for you. There's the airport. So we'll fly heading 020. It was closer than I realised, actually. That wasn't exactly a textbook downwind join, let's be honest. Basel to Tuzla. Oh, okay, where's Tuzla? Bosnia and Herzegovina, obviously. Whereabouts within there? Really useful being able to just hop out of the plane. Right, so now we're going to do a sort of sweeping left turn to final. Let our speed come off. That's first stage. No, this plane is not electric. I could have sworn that the last when I changed in the menu, it was an electric plane. But when I changed in dev mode, it was an electric plane. But here, the one I've actually been able to select is not an electric plane. So I honestly don't know what happened there. I really don't. Forward viz is just not very good in this. Yeah, it does sound very piston. It is a piston, I'm sure. It's a very narrow runway, this one. Oh, oh, rudder! Why won't these rudders work? It's kind of long, but really, really thin, right? Odd. Very odd. Still, we're down. We survived. Yeah, super long, super narrow. Don't know why. Yeah, the rudders are still not sensitive enough. I need to do some tweaking of settings or buy some new rudder pedals, I think. Better than wide and really, really short. That's true. That's true. Right, let's see if Pete's coming into land. Track IR's not working properly. He is. Let's stop. Let's head down the end of the runway quickly. Quickly. Oh yeah, there we are. And surely Pete can do a better job of that than I could. Rudder. Similar issue, Pete. Similar issue with the rudder. Welcome to Mochuika. You have to leave. No worries, Nempalan. See you soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good. Well, it's good fun. Good fun. Nice way to end the stream. Let's just taxi somewhere sensible to park, eh? Remember where anything is at this airport, actually. I sort of thought it was all... Yes, there's a big building over here. We'll go over here. I'm sure there's a specific path you're meant to take to taxi, but I don't know what it is. It's all grass to me. Gently clip the hedge, combining horticulture and aviation. I've done so much of it though, Dingo. I've done so much of it. I've currently got a linear configuration, which allows me to have more right and left rudder, but means I have no dead zone. Now, I think I need to add a little bit of dead zone back in, but that was the advice I was given to get the CJ4 working, and it hasn't done it. So yeah, I think maybe I need a more curved sort of a profile. One of the many things that I should have a look at some point. But I've always found rudder control in MSFS a bit dodgy. The lighter the plane, the more of an issue it seems to be. You felt a little better when talking to Unicom instead of texting. Good, yeah, it's a lot to do to fly a plane and also type stuff. You might re-grease the rudders before Sunday. Mine are well greased. Mine are very well greased. Possibly too well greased, maybe. Maybe I've made them too stiff or something. I don't know, but they're a lot smoother than they were before I greased them. I just think I should probably have plumbed for slightly more expensive pedals. Still. All good fun. All good fun. Let's turn some stuff off. Oh, that's on. I had nothing on. Let's leave some stuff off. And where's the mixture? Do we not have a mixture here? No, we don't. It's a very modern plane, I guess. It probably has auto mixture. I'm just curious as to how you kill the engine. What's this? I don't even know what this is. Maybe parking brakes. Is it as simple as turning a key? You've never greased your rudder, no? Unicom is the frequency that you speak to when there's no air traffic control on. 122.8. Genuinely have no idea how to kill the engine on this plane. Isn't that weird? Shouldn't be that hard. I mean, we could turn the fuel off potentially. Can we only change left and right? No, there we are. Turn the fuel off. Engine stops. Yeah, good. Magnetos off and you'll be fine. I don't even know if this plane has magnetos though. Can't see a magneto switch or anything. Well, we were supposed to be flying helicopters, so you can't blame me for not knowing how to fly this plane. But I'm going to call it a day there. I'm going to have a shower, get ready for work. But before I go, thank you very, very much to all of you for watching. And Pete, thank you for joining. And Friedrich, thank you for joining as well in the earlier flight. Vetsku Gaming and Satira, sorry you didn't have much luck in joining. As I say, we'll do a proper group flight anyway. And yeah, exactly. For Satira and anyone else in Club Filbert Silver and Gold, hope to see you on Sunday. The rest of you, I will be streaming next week. I don't know where and when exactly, but do keep an eye on my Discord server and on YouTube and Twitch for details of those, which I will post as soon as I've made some decisions. Finally, an extra big thank you to everyone who's donated today. Melon Lord, Willie, Air Amaruk, Becky. I'm doing air quotes, but you can't see me, of course. Becky, who was almost definitely Simon. Gibi, Vetsku, and Manuel, and Little Jenny. Thank you all very much for your generosity. Those of you in Club Filbert Gold and Emerald, I'll be in the the Club Filbert Gold voice chat for a little bit after the flight. And the rest of you, I'll see you very soon. Enjoy the rest of your days. Bye-bye. Oh, and hello PTSF plane viewer. It's over, but I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, here's the magnetic switch. Thank you for pointing that out.